Have you been feeling more tired lately, even after a full night's sleep? Maybe your memory isn't as sharp, or you wake up feeling like you haven't truly rested. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and no, it's not just old age catching up. What if the real issue isn't how long you sleep, but when you sleep? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Because after the age of 70, your body goes through some very real changes, especially when it comes to sleep. And most people have no idea. They keep going to bed at the same time they always did, not realizing their body is quietly asking for something different. You see, the timing of your sleep becomes even more important as you get older. And there's actually a golden hour to go to bed, one that helps you sleep deeper, think clearer, and wake up with more energy. I've seen this work for so many people in their 70s and 80s who thought poor sleep was just something they had to live with. It's not. You can feel better, and it starts with one small change. In this video, I'll show you the best time to go to bed after 70, why your body is wired differently now, and the simple habits that can help you sleep peacefully again, without pills, supplements, or complicated routines. Now, before we jump in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Point 1. Why sleep changes after 70. Let's start by understanding why your sleep feels different now than it did 20 or 30 years ago. This part often surprises people, but it's one of the most important pieces of the puzzle. You see, after the age of 70, our bodies go through some quiet but powerful changes, especially in the brain. One of the biggest shifts happens in the part of sleep called deep sleep, which is when your body does its best repair work. It's the time when your brain clears out toxins, your muscles relax, your heart gets a break, and your energy is restored. But here's the truth most people don't talk about: by the time we reach our 70s, we get up to 40% less deep sleep than we did in our 50s. That's a huge difference. And it explains why many older adults say things like, "I slept for 8 hours, but I still woke up tired." It's not about how long you're in bed, it's about the quality of the sleep you're getting while you're there. And there's another layer to it: melatonin. That's the hormone that helps you feel sleepy. When you were younger, your melatonin levels stayed up longer into the night, making it easier to fall asleep at 10 or 11 p.m. But after 70, your brain starts releasing melatonin earlier, sometimes as early as 7:30 or 8 in the evening. That natural drowsiness you feel after dinner? That's your body trying to help you. It's saying, "Hey, it's time to wind down." But many of us ignore it. We stay up late watching TV, checking our phones, or sticking to old habits. And in doing that, we miss the window when our body wants to sleep. So if you're waking up in the middle of the night, feeling groggy in the morning, or finding it hard to concentrate during the day, don't blame yourself. You're not broken. Your body is simply trying to adjust to a new rhythm. And once you learn to work with it instead of pushing against it, everything starts to feel easier again. That's not weakness, it's wisdom. Your body still wants to rest, heal, and reset. It's just doing it on a new schedule. Point 2. Why 9 to 10 p.m. is the new golden hour for sleep after 70. Now that we understand your body's rhythm is changing, let's talk about timing, specifically, why going to bed between 9 and 10 p.m. could be the best decision you make for your health. Think about this: how many times have you felt sleepy around 8:30 or 9, but decided it was too early to head to bed? Maybe you told yourself you needed to watch the rest of your show, finish a book, or just enjoy a bit of quiet time. So you pushed through it. But then when you did go to bed, maybe at 11 or later, you tossed and turned, or woke up still feeling tired. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And you're not doing anything wrong. You're simply going to bed after your body's ideal window for rest has passed. According to new research, including studies from the Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins, most adults over 70 have a natural sleep window that opens earlier than it used to. Instead of starting to wind down at 10 or 11, your brain is now signaling sleep readiness around 8:30 or 9. What happens if you follow that signal and get into bed between 9 and 10 p.m.? Real change. Studies show that older adults who consistently go to bed in this window experience significantly better sleep, deeper rest, fewer awakenings, and more energy the next day. One study even showed a 45% improvement in sleep quality just by shifting the bedtime an hour earlier. That's a major difference, and it doesn't require any pills or complicated routines. And the benefits don't stop with sleep. Seniors who sleep during this golden hour report improved memory, steadier moods, and even better heart health. Why? Because you're giving your body what it needs when it's ready to receive it. Sleep isn't just rest, it's medicine. But like any good medicine, timing matters. So if your eyes start getting heavy earlier than they used to, I want you to try something. Listen. Don't fight it. Don't wait for a second wind. Instead, honor your body's natural signal. Because going to bed at 9:30 isn't giving up your evening, it's choosing to feel better in the morning. Point 3. The hidden healing power of early sleep. Let's take a moment to talk about what happens inside your body when you finally start sleeping at the right time. We've covered why your internal clock shifts after 70 and why going to bed between 9 and 10 p.m. helps you fall asleep more easily, but now, I want you to understand what that earlier bedtime actually does for your health. The truth is, early sleep isn't just about avoiding grogginess. It's healing. It's repair. And it starts working the moment your head hits the pillow, if you're sleeping in sync with your body's rhythm. Let's start with your heart. In our clinic, we've followed dozens of older adults who struggled with blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, and general fatigue. After just a few weeks of shifting their bedtime to between 9 and 10 p.m., many saw a real improvement. Their blood pressure began to normalize. Their heart rate evened out. A few patients, with their doctor's guidance, were even able to reduce medications. Why? Because sleeping earlier gives your heart a longer, deeper break. It helps the engine rest, repair, and reset. Now, your memory. You might have noticed small things slipping, names, appointments, why you walked into a room. It can be frustrating, even scary. But what if I told you that deep sleep, the kind that happens early in the night, is one of your brain's most powerful tools for memory? When you sleep on time, your brain goes through a kind of nighttime cleaning cycle. It washes away waste and toxins that build up during the day, including the ones linked to memory decline and diseases like Alzheimer's. One couple I worked with, both in their 70s, saw over 30% improvement in memory tests just by changing their bedtime routine. No fancy apps. No brain games. Just better, earlier sleep. And let's not forget your mood. A full night of deep, peaceful sleep doesn't just lift the fog from your brain, it calms your nervous system. Patients who used to wake up anxious or emotionally drained started waking up with a sense of calm, like their mind had finally taken a breath. Studies show nearly 60% of seniors who shift to early sleep report feeling less anxious, more emotionally balanced, and more like themselves. So no, it's not just sleep. It's a full-body reset. And it begins with a simple choice, going to bed when your body asks you to. Point 4. 5 simple habits to help you sleep like you used to. By now, you've heard how much sleep matters, and more importantly, how much the timing of your sleep matters. But maybe you're still wondering, okay, how do I actually make this change? You've been going to bed at the same time for years. And changing a habit, especially when you're older, isn't always easy. I understand that. So instead of overwhelming you, I want to share just 5 simple things, easy, gentle habits, that have helped hundreds of my patients sleep better, deeper, and longer. Habit number 1, honor the golden hour. This is the heart of everything we've talked about. Start winding down around 8:30 p.m., and aim to be in bed between 9 o'clock and 10 p.m. This one change alone can transform your sleep. It lines up with your body's new rhythm and gives your brain the signal it's been waiting for: it's time to rest. You might be surprised how easily you drift off once you stop fighting the natural drowsiness that comes in the evening. Habit number 2, skip the caffeine and heavy foods. Did you know that caffeine can stay in your system for up to 6 hours? Even that afternoon coffee or square of dark chocolate could be affecting your ability to fall asleep later. Try cutting off caffeine by mid-afternoon, and avoid large, heavy meals after dinner. If you need a snack later, something light and calming, like a banana or a few almonds, is a better choice. Habit number 3, dim the lights. Your brain is sensitive to light, especially the blue light from TVs, phones, and bright ceiling bulbs. It tells your brain, stay awake. So try switching to softer, warmer lighting in the evening. A simple lamp with a gentle glow can help your body naturally start to relax and produce melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. Habit number 4, create a gentle wind-down routine. Think of this as your personal bedtime ritual. It doesn't need to be long, just 20 to 30 minutes of something calming. That could be listening to soft music, reading, or stretching lightly. The key is consistency. Over time, your brain will start recognizing these activities as a signal that sleep is coming. Habit number 5, step away from screens. This is a tough one, I know. But even just 30 to 60 minutes without your phone, tablet, or TV can make a world of difference. Your mind needs time to slow down, and screens keep it overstimulated. Give yourself a little digital break before bed, and let your brain settle into peace. Point 5, it's never too late to feel better. Let's take a moment here. Because maybe you're still wondering if all of this, changing your bedtime, adjusting your evening routine, turning off the TV a little earlier, can really make a difference at your age. And I want to say something clearly: yes, it absolutely can. I've had patients come into my office in their 70s, 80s, even a few in their 90s, tired, foggy, and convinced that nothing would help. They had tried sleep pills, noise machines, herbal teas, you name it. But what they hadn't tried was listening to their body's new rhythm. And once they did, once they allowed themselves to go to sleep earlier, dim the lights, and calm the mind, something beautiful started to happen. Sleep became easier. Mornings became lighter. They began to feel like themselves again. It's easy to think that feeling tired or forgetful is just part of getting older. But more often than not, it's a sign that your body is asking for something different. Not more effort. Not more medication. Just more alignment with what your body truly needs now. And that's what this message has been about. You don't need to overhaul your entire life to feel better. You don't need to spend money on expensive gadgets or follow complicated routines. What you need is to trust that small shifts, like going to bed at 9:30 instead of 11, can bring big changes. Healing doesn't always come with noise or drama. Sometimes, it comes quietly, through rest. So if your body feels tired earlier than it used to, don't push through. Don't wait for a second wind that never quite comes. That drowsiness? That's not weakness. It's your body whispering, you've done enough today. Let's rest. And when you listen, you open the door to more clarity, more calm, and more strength, not just at night, but for the day ahead. This stage of life should be about comfort, health, and peace. And sleep, real, restorative sleep, is one of the most powerful ways to claim that. So tonight, when the sky gets dark and the world quiets down, take a deep breath, and give yourself permission to rest. You've earned it.